Hey guys, welcome. It is Thursday, which means it's my favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with you guys. Today, I'm super excited because we have actually been talking about our new product, EverBee Store, for I want to say the past like 6 to 8 weeks or so. What day is it? July 28th? Yeah, I think it was like June 9th. Ish, whenever we started talking about it. And because of that, we've talked a lot about my EverBee store, like my actual website. And I've shown you a lot of the back end as well, like how to actually utilize the dashboard. We also looked at Bailey's Tumblr designs as well, back like I want to say a month and a half ago or so. But we haven't really had a chance to show you guys your designs. So today, as you probably saw from the title, I'm super excited to do a live EverBee shop store audit. So usually what we would do is an Etsy store audit, and we will very much so still be doing those. Don't worry, those will still come every single quarter. But today we actually have 4 EverBee shops or EverBee stores that were sent over to us that were submitted for basically requests to double check if everything looks good, if the store is optimized appropriately, if there's anything else that we might add to it, stuff like that. So it's kind of going to be the same concepts as what we do with the Etsy store audits, but it's going to be a little bit more elevated because obviously EverBee store is a little bit more elevated. Okay. So today we're going to go ahead and go over 4 different EverBee stores. We're going to look at branding. We're going to look at the listing build. We're going to look at the just overall user experience. Like, am I as a potential viewer of this website? Hold on, let me put my phone down. We're in a different place today, as you guys can see, by the way. We're in my kitchen because my Wi-Fi has been like so weird in my office for the past couple of weeks. And I wanted to make sure that you guys like weren't struggling to hear me because that's what happened last week on another live stream that I did. But anyways, we're going to go through all of these and make sure, like, if I was the viewer, if I was coming to this website brand spanking new, which by the way, I am. I haven't seen any of these websites yet. So we're really going in blind and kind of hoping for the best. But if I were to come in blind as a brand new person, or if I were to come in as a potential repeat buyer, would I? Because the website is built appropriately. The speed times are working in my favor. I feel like all of my questions are answered. I feel like the designs are speaking to me, whatever. So even though I'm more than likely not the target audience of each of these 4 websites, I am still going to kind of like act as if I am. Okay. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it as well. So even if you are not like interested in having an EverBee store, or even if you don't have an EverBee store yourself yet, today is going to be super important because it's going to also just talk about like you as a seller in general, your items in general, the way you describe your items, the photos you're using in your items, etc. So even if you are like just on Etsy, or if you are thinking about being just on Etsy or Shopify or Wix or whatever it is, even if EverBee store is not your chosen location, which is totally fine, we are not pressuring you whatsoever. But I still want you to stick around today because today is not just like how to use EverBee store. That's not applicable to you if you're not using EverBee store, right? But it is going to be all about, like, as a seller, these are things that you should be taking into account from the viewer / potential buyer's point of view. Okay. Hope we're all together. All right, let's go ahead and share my screen. Maybe I've been having the worst time with my nope. Yep. It's not going to work. So annoying. All right. We'll just do it this way. So for some reason, I can't see myself and also see you guys. So hopefully you guys can still see everything. I'm only, like I said, on one screen today, just because my kitchen table is like precisely this big. Like I'm at the literal edges of it with my computer. So I can't really have my 2 screens like I usually would, but hopefully you guys can see everything that I can. All right, so this one that we're going to start with today is Solstice, Sisters Shops, unique personalized birth flower gifts for everyone, it looks like. So I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can see what you guys see. Perfect. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to say is I've made a lot of websites in my day. And I've also been to a lot of websites. So everything that I'm going to say on here is from the experience of someone who knows what it looks like on the back end, but also someone who obviously purchases a lot of stuff on the front end. So I'm going to be looking at this like a little bit with a design eye, a little bit with a UI UX eye. So like user interface, user experience, but I'm also going to look at it as a potential buyer. And immediately, I am not 100% in love with this from either side right now. Also, just so you guys know, everything that I say today, I hope doesn't land inappropriately. It's really just going to be my honest feedback that is hopefully going to be able to get you guys where you need to be as a buyer, or excuse me, as a seller. So what I'm seeing immediately is there's just a random picture of a man in the top left-hand corner. And I'm assuming that is the owner of the shop. But that doesn't, unless you are trying to be a personal brand, which actually, let me show you an example of what I mean real fast. So if I come over here, all right. So this is my website, right? So you'll see I don't have my name anywhere. But if we go back over here real quick, I'm going to share a bunch of tabs. So just bear with me. Hopefully they go back and forth like they're supposed to. But if you'll see over here, we have a random picture of a man. And then right below that, it says Solstice Sisters Shops. But what I think could be beneficial here is there is a way to have yourself in your hero. So that's what this is right here. So this hero location at the top, and it's above the fold. So what above the fold means is basically before the first scroll. So this is all above the fold, and then this is below, right? So if I'm like before my first scroll, that is above the fold. So what you'll see here is I don't actually talk about my business at all yet. I'm talking to a person. So build a business that loves you back. And then there's like boo, because that's how I talk. And then I'll also say like I empower can I read my own dang website? It doesn't look like it. Good Lord. I empower multi-passionate women to monetize their creativity with digital offers, content strategy, and a whole lot of personality. And then you have 2 links to go out to different places. These are obviously built within my shop. If we go back over here, we are seeing, again, picture of a man, the name of the shop, and then unique personalized birth flower gifts for everyone, stylish designs for the whole family, crafted with love. Check us out. So I'm interested to see where this takes me. Okay, so it takes us to the shop page. So that's good. That's good to know. But there's just a couple things here that I would add above the fold, make adjustments to, because above the fold is like really, really important. That basically just tells someone whether or not they should continue looking. Like if they should scroll whatsoever on your website. Right now, as a designer and as a business owner myself and as a viewer, I am not currently enticed to move through your website for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I would say we are focused a lot on us at the top. So that feels a little bit like we are the hero instead of our products are the hero, and most importantly, customer is the hero. So again, if we go back over here real fast, I just want to show the difference. So we're talking here. Let's see. We're talking right here to the person that is the hero. So I am making my person the hero. And then I'm also putting a little bit of personality in here. I'm putting a little bit of like, my photos and stuff. But then I'm also going down and giving them even more free stuff. So just keep that in mind that like we are really focusing on ourselves at the very top of this. And then also just as it relates to design, again, this is just something for me that I would personally, have a preference here. And then I'm also thinking like the buyer or the viewer myself, the black opacity, kind of like ombre effect that we have here, combined with the deep teal, I'm going to call that, this deep teal or aquamarine color is just not very appealing, and it's kind of difficult for the eyes to see. So like down here, for example, like these are getting overcrowded by the thing in the background. And then I also think it's kind of interesting. Let me see if I'm on 100%. Yeah, I'm on 100% right now. I just wanted to see if I need to zoom out or zoom in. But at 100% focus on the screen itself, there's like just a bunch of like white space on the left and right. So again, let me just show this real fast again. You'll see how mine kind of goes all the way. So I personally have mine in a little box. So it looks like there's a little bit of white on the top, bottom, and side. So you'll see there's like a white square around it. But the whole thing is spread out wide across the entire screen. So I wonder if there is a way to do that with your shop. I know there is, but I wonder if we can we need to expand the length of the birth I'm just assuming this is a birth flower in the background that you have. Or is there another like what's it called? Another layout that we can choose. So again, going back over to mine real fast, you'll see that I have the same left alignment that you have for text, but then I have the big background photo, which is also this exact same photo. It's just expanded and the opacity makes a little bit more sense. So white on this is working. Gray on this is working. Black, let me see. Oh, sorry, I'm clicking the wrong screen. Blue, which is my hex color, blue on this background of white is working. When I'm coming over here, I'm not seeing that these colors are working all that well. So it's actually really, really hard to convince me to continue going down because it's showing me that like maybe I could just as a buyer, just so you guys can see what could be happening with buyer psychology is if you are not understanding how design impacts a website's functionality or experience for the end viewer, you might also not understand how design fits on the stuff you're going to be selling. So that's actually what's happening like in the buyer's mind or in the potential buyer's mind. So just keeping that in mind that we might need to adjust the hero because above the fold is the most important thing. I also would recommend, it's completely up to you, of course, what you want to do. But I also would recommend in the top left-hand corner, either not having a logo whatsoever like I do. Like, again, I'm not focused on my brand. I'm focused on my person. So either not having a logo whatsoever or adjusting the logo to be a logo rather than a photo of this person. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's scroll down a little bit. So we are leaving the above the fold section now. So what's going to happen immediately is it looks like it's going to take us into our products. Make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yes. All right. So it's taking us into our products. The good news is what I will say is I actually really love your pricing and I really love your thumbnails. So these are very, very product focused thumbnails. And I think it's really, really good because even if I'm going to take you guys like off my screen. Okay. So I'm looking at the live stream right now where like I'm in the little corner and then, here's his thing. I'm able to see these like this far back from my website. I am able to see the product itself and I'm almost even able to read them fully, even though I am looking at it like this small on my screen. So that is a very, very good thing. That means that these guys are probably exactly where they should be. I'm also really loving the like icons that you have, the stickers that you have. So like free shipping, great birthday gifts again, free shipping again, free shipping again. My only question is I wonder why we're using different colors for each of the thumbnails icons. It's not a big deal, but I was just wondering. It might add a little bit of an added layer of brand awareness and brand authenticity if these things were a little bit more aligned to match each other. So let's just come up here, for example. Let's say this color is your hex code. That is your brand's hex code. Again, let me show mine so you can see what I mean here real fast. Back and forth today. But you can see this blue right here, this blue. It's the exact same blue. So that is my hex code. But then I also have like this kind of like lighter tan, this gray, etc. Right? So what is your hex code? If I come up here and I see these two colors are different, obviously, but which of these, there's like this brown, there's this deep blue, this deep teal, and then there's this kind of like aquamarine color. Which one is your brand color so that we can have continuity throughout? Again, I love the thumbnails. I think that the product thumbnail is absolutely perfect for all of these. I love how they're personalized. I love the lifestyle images that you're choosing. The only thing I would say is like maybe we can make it a little bit continuous, a little bit better continuity by having the same color on the icons or stickers throughout. All right. So that's just one thing I'll say. The other thing I'm seeing, which I love, is it looks like we have multiple different collections. So let me see if I can, there's even more. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so there's 11 collections. And you'll see it is currently on most recent, but you can go on highest or lowest price as well, which is cool. So if we go lowest price, it'll basically like flip those around. If we go highest price, it'll flip those around as well. And then we go most recent, right? So what I'm interested in seeing is immediately on the Our Product space, right below the above the fold space, I'm seeing a lot of birth flowers, which was the intention of the website, right? So unique, personalized birth flower gifts for everyone was the intention of this website. That's what I was promised that I was going to get. So then the question is my promise met? Like, was my promise met? And am I going to see things that are not birth flower related and are going to feel a little weird, are going to feel a little out of place? So I'm just going to randomly click something. Again, I haven't seen this website whatsoever. I'm going to randomly click a collection up here. And then I'm going to randomly, like, close my eyes. I'm going to randomly select a listing itself. And I want to see if my promise was met. Okay. So let's just say tumblers, and then let's close our eyes. And first of all, I just realized I'm not where I need to be. So let's go click view all first. All right, let's see here. Okay, so the good news is, first of all, birth flower. Fantastic news. So that makes me really, really happy. And I'm also seeing, I love how this is actually really, really smart idea. And this might have been why you did this on the other page. This matches this. Let me see. Make sure. Yeah, let's make sure you guys can see what I see. So this matches like this color. So I like that. I also like, we're showing multiple different examples. Actually really, really like these photos. It's looking good. This is another example, though, that I would say like the font and the color is a little bit difficult to see. Also, just so you know, with stuff like this, when someone is searching, which granted, if I'm on desktop, I absolutely can do this. You know, like I could get my phone out and I can hold my camera right here, you know, on the QR code, and I can pull up your email list on my phone. Most people, though, are going to be searching for this on mobile, and this, I can't do anything with this. Like, it doesn't take me anywhere because I'm not taking a photo of it. So just keep that in mind, that it might be a better idea when we're trying to do like an EverBee store, or excuse me, an EverBee email. It might be a better idea to put the information here of how to get there, or put the information in your description if you didn't. So just keeping that in mind, because there's nothing I could do with this. Otherwise, though, I really like your thumbnails or your photo images. Oh, I actually like this video too. Nice. Very cool. I'm not sure why you have two of these. Just keeping that in mind, that there are two of them. I don't know if you know that, but looks like they are. The only thing that I would say here, though, this is just a random listing we're looking at, obviously, but the only thing that I would say here is this feels off as it relates to the design setting. So like it feels like it should start like right here rather than up here. Like it feels like we're about an inch off because we're not in the center of the tumbler, and it looks to be the same on all of these. So just a thought that it looks like these might need to be pulled down a little bit, but it looks fine. The other thing that I'm thinking is this a Stanley? Polar camel. Okay, so I don't know how much this cost you, but this is pretty expensive for a tumbler. However, it is a personalized tumbler, so usually we can charge a little bit more for personalized items. But just keeping that in mind, I would just make sure that your competitors are feeling good at that rate. Like you feel good at that rate compared to your competitors. Also, this looks like it was just pulled over from Etsy, and that's fine because we do have the ability to import from Etsy, but it doesn't seem to be like, where's the rest of it is an issue, right? So it looks like the title is kind of missing. So I want to show you guys a title for what it could look like on EverBee store real fast. Let me just find this random thing that I made. I don't really sell physical stuff on here, but I just wanted to show you guys what it could look like. All right, so Hustle with Heart, two-sided jersey tee. That is how real website. Oh, shoot, you can't see this. Hold on 1 second. I just realized you guys are not looking what I'm looking at. There we go. All right, so Hustle with Heart, two-sided jersey tee. That is how these like real websites are built with the title, comparatively to Etsy, where titles are very keyword heavy. We put the keywords in the description, we put the keywords in the alt text, we put the keywords in the SEO at the end, and the metadata. All of those different things take place kind of like in the back end of EverBee store rather than in the front end like what you would see on Etsy. So just keeping that in mind, that let me share this tab again. When you pull things over from Etsy, it might be a good idea to double check all of the titles and make sure, first of all, that you can see all the titles. And then also make sure that the title actually makes sense for the item, not just the title makes sense for a marketplace like Etsy. Okay, that's my suggestion. All right, we got some colors here. I'm liking those. The only thing that's kind of making me a little wild is the color here. Like it's a little bit hard to see. So that might just be an EverBee store thing. It might not be something that you've done, but I just wanted to bring that up. Also, it looks like you are copying and pasting over what is on Printify potentially here, or whoever else you're utilizing for your print on demand as your print on demand supplier. So this needs to be expanded a lot, and it needs to be very like buyer focused. So I'm going to show you what I mean real fast over here on mine. Oh, also, hold on, let me see yours. I get it really fast again. Okay, no, we're good. All right, so I'll just show you here. So description starts with hard work, looks good on you, especially when it's paired with purpose. So that's like the beginning of the metadata for this. The hustle with heart T is for the dream chasers, say that 10 times fast, business builders and modern day disruptors who work hard and lead with intention, featuring a vintage style rose, hustle with heart graphic. This is to remind you that hustle doesn't have to mean burnout, blah, blah, blah. So I am actively speaking to the pain points of my ideal buyer and the things that they would want. Like they want to show people, they want to like make their, their tribe. They want to build their tribe with their apparel, whatever it is. Then they want to know, okay, so like that feels like it's speaking to me, but like, what am I actually going to get with this? So they're going to come in here and they'll be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm also going to call them out right here. So whether you're on your 5th Zoom call or your 3rd coffee shop brainstorm session, this one's your go-to. So I'm not only talking about the product details, that is there. I am talking about the product details. I am letting them know exactly what they're going to get, but I'm mostly talking about what they're going to feel like when they get it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So I would say we definitely need to adjust. Let me come back over here real fast. Adjust the description to be speaking to someone rather than just talking about the product. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, you are not the hero. Your business is not the hero. Your brand is not the hero, nor is your product the hero. Your buyer is the hero. So we have to set these things up in a way that actually screams that. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and go back to the beginning of the home. I kind of want to just skip the products for a second and keep going. All right, let's see, read more. Okay, so these look like they might have come in from Etsy, potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but it does say verified buyer, so I'm assuming so. I think this is great what our customers say, and it's really building out all of these things. The only thing that I'm noticing is when I see like earrings, for example, they're just not related to birth flower whatsoever. So I don't know if that matters all that much, but like there's like bicycles is the first thing, then snowflakes. So I would just maybe double check what has sold for you in the past and then ask yourself, is this real? Like, are you only offering unique personalized birth flower gifts for everyone, or are you offering unique personalized gifts for everyone? And if the answer is number 2, then we need to adjust the hero, because they're going to be confused just like I was when they get down to your actual products that have like nothing to do with what they were promised. Okay. So just a thought. Let me go to the shop section real fast. I think this is going to take us to the catalog. Yep. But see, like this right here, I'm not sure why this is here. And there's just like some fish, and they're very expensive fish. I think that's it. Everything else. I mean, this is like flowers, sort of, I guess. So yeah, I would just say like make sure you go through the stuff that you have in here and either adjust the branding of your shop or adjust the listings that are in your shop. Okay, let's go to About Us. We're almost done with this one, guys, and then we will move on to the next one. All right, so what we're seeing in here is it's very, sorry, I have like sun on my face because I'm like my patio door is like shining on me. You can see, oh my god, it's so bright. Anyway, so the About section feels very sad, to be honest. It just feels like it's something that I know what it is. Actually, it's something that like the AI built you, and then we just kept it this way. So the EverBee brain built this, and then we didn't adjust it. So what EverBee brain does is it gives us, it's kind of like ChatGPT but better. It's more personalized to your actual store. So EverBee brain is going to give us the copy, and it's going to give us a little bit of a template of sorts, but it's your job as the business owner to be able to adjust that template and elevate that template. So what I'm going to do real fast is come over here and show you what I mean. Let's go back up here. I hope this goes where I want it to and doesn't make me go somewhere else. because it just keeps opening up pages I don't want. Okay, great. All right, so this is a quick example of an about page. So technically speaking, I did get things from EverBee Store, EverBee Brain, sorry. I did get things from EverBee Brain for the copy for this page, but then I elevated the page, okay? So again, we're thinking about above the fold. So this entire page from where my computer is sitting, again, I'm on a 27-inch desktop, so keep that in mind, but the above the fold is this before I scroll, right? So I built the business I couldn't find, and now I help you do the same. So what could we do over here that could do that exact same concept? So I built this business for, or this business is for, or you're in the right place because you are blank. We need something of that nature that is going to really build off of what we already had on the rest of the website. They should be able to come to the About Us section and basically have your message perpetuated and then get a little more personable because you're a person, right? You're a human, not just a shop owner. Then you can see welcome to my business, where creativity is inspired and required, but freedom is the ultimate goal. So I am, again, perpetuating everything that I said on the first page, everything that I said on the second page, everything that I said in the merch, the actual product descriptions themselves. All of this is tying together, okay? Then it's a little bit about me. So personally, I am a human. I am not just a brand. I'm a real person that helps you guys do this. And here's a little bit about my story. And here are 2 ways that I can help you. You can go here or you can go here, depending on who you are. And then these are just some examples of like how I am living out in the world because of my business, right? And then I also have, a YouTube video here. You don't have to do anything like that. But then I also kind of gave them a little bit of information about how I got to where I am, just so that they can feel like they know me, that they can feel like they are building a relationship with me of sorts, even though we're not talking. Like I am speaking directly to them. I am talking to their pain points. I am hitting on things that feels like I'm speaking directly with them. So when they're reading some of these things, they're like, dang, I've thought that too. And that is the whole goal of content and copy, by the way, is being able to feel if like the buyer on the other end should feel as if you took something out of their brain, something that they already thought, and put it into words. That's exactly what should happen with your website. Here's just, again, some photos of my experience, whatever. This is going to be if you want to get in touch with me, contact page. This is some more information about me and who I am to help you guys. And then here are 4 different places they can go. Okay. So that is basically what I did to take the copy that EverBee Store gave me, good Lord, EverBee Brain gave me, and turned it into something that was actually going to make sense for the end user, the end experiencer, if you will. So that's something I would say here is we definitely need to elevate this about page to make it make sense for the person on the other end. Okay. Hope all of that makes sense. Thank you so much for your submission. I hope that that helped kind of like paint a picture of what we could elevate in your store. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. But since we did the first one so deeply, I'm going to go a little bit faster on the last 3 because now you guys know exactly what we're looking for and why. So instead of giving you guys context behind every single thing, I'm more so going to just look at the branding, look at the design, looking at the product descriptions, etc. I'm also going to close my window so I am not blinded. Give me 1 second. All right, that should be better because I really want to make sure that I can talk to you guys and see you guys rather than just being blinded for the next 20 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and go to crafting with intention is our next one. Give me 1 sec. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm excited because it's a handmade store and I love handmade stores. All right, so this one is crafting with intention. So first of all, I'm loving the hero images that you chose because I do like that we're seeing exactly what basically I can expect from you. The only thing that I would say is going back to over here real fast. Actually, let's go back to home real quick. Come on, buddy, you can do it. There we go. All right, so I wonder if there's a way to, and I know there's a way, but I wonder if you would be open to testing a way of kind of mimicking the layout that I have, utilizing what you have. Okay, so let's just go back over here real fast. So what we have here is a full no transparency, full kind of carousel of images of what they can expect from you. And I like that, but I wonder if there's any way to maybe put a color on top of this, that whatever your brand color is, which I'm assuming like one of your brand colors is like this kind of like, I don't even know what color that is. Blush? Plum? No, that's wrong. Whatever color this is, that if we could do something like that and have like some opacity on it so that we can see these a little bit, but we can actually put text here as well that is going to help qualify or disqualify someone they come to your page, but also give us more metadata info. So this is going to be a really, really good place for SEO. So let's go back over here real fast and show you what I mean. So build a business. That is kind of a little bit of, telling Google who I am and what I'm going to be doing. I also am doing multi-passionate women right here. So I am going to be talking to these people. Monetize creativity is another one. Digital offers is another one. Content strategy is another one. And then, free trainings, whatever, potentially. So I wonder if there's a way that you can actually do that in your hero image as well. So is there anything that we can do here that's going to, again, qualify or disqualify someone from continuing to peruse through your page? Again, utilizing very high performing and high intent keywords to get them to keep scrolling. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is go to the featured items. So I do like this. The only thing that I'm noticing is, again, I think we're just utilizing potentially the Etsy titles here. So we want to make sure that these are more focused on this website rather than focused on the Etsy website. However, first of all, I'm loving these. They're gorgeous. I want this lavender one for myself. It's very, very beautiful. Your products are absolutely gorgeous. I love that they're handcrafted. And I'm also really, really loving these prices. So fantastic work. Love these. So I love also you're taking us from a featured section, so featured items, down directly into your products. So I wonder if there is a way to do something else between these and maybe even do something else between these. So let me show you what I mean real fast. I was like, let me show you what I meant. All right. So the first thing that I have, for example, is a freebie section. So all of these, download it, access it, watch it. All three of these are freebies that they get in order to, again, give them more information. First of all, give them that instant gratification. And then also, obviously, to elevate my potential as their coach one day, their mentor, their trusted resource. So we're going to do that right there. What you have is directly going into the featured section. So that's fine. I think that could be the best way for you to do that here. But then you're going to see a little bit about me. And again, we're using a lot of keywords here, and then it's going to tell them where to go, right? I have not talked about really my products at all yet. There's just free stuff. There's information. I'm telling them, I'm directing them to the right places. I am elevating my experience by showing exactly what I have helped other people do. And then I'm going to get into my products here. Okay. So I'm wondering, is there a way that we can do something of the sort here as well? So instead of jumping directly into featured items from the hero, could we have something in between that kind of elevates their experience, that calls them out, that maybe it's a customer review, like whatever it is, something of that nature? I wonder if we can do something like that. I'm going to go to Google real fast and show you what I mean. Just stay with me for a second, and I'm going to pull up my page in just a second. So let's just say handmade wreaths. If I could spell. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm doing wrong. Okay, let me pull it over here real fast now. All right, so let's just say Creekside Farms, okay? They are the first thing that comes up when I'm on Google for typing in handmade wreaths. So let's see what their website looks like. Okay, this is cool. So all occasion wreaths, browse through wreaths for all occasions. This is basically, again, qualifying me or disqualifying me, and also adding a bunch of SEO to the beginning. So this is something that I would highly recommend for every single person watching this live stream do. It's something that I did, by the way. This is not just me telling you what to do, like talking the talk. I'm also going to walk the walk. I went to 4 of my competitors, in my space, in the online business, online content creator mentorship space. And I was like, how are they setting up their winning websites? What can I do to potentially match that? So I highly, highly recommend that everybody do the same. So they go directly into their products. Their product photos are freaking gorgeous though. But I am seeing, this is interesting. I am seeing a little bit of a kind of what I was mentioning, alluding to for the titles a second ago. So beautiful combination of fresh boxwood and salal with sweet hydrangea, however you say that word, and faux lemon wreath, 20 inches. Colorful dried yarrow, lavender, straw flowers, never heard of that word, herbs and chilies wreath, 15 inches. So this is what I meant by the title itself and the description, the subtitle, if you will, being a little bit different and not looking like it's directly from Etsy. All right, so hers just keeps going into products. So I don't know if I love this personally, but obviously it's working if she's popping up as the first thing on Google. All right, let's go back real fast and see if we can find another one. Just give you a quick example of what I mean. All right, so Wreaths of Bloom is the second one on Google. Let's open this up together. Whoa, that's aggressive. All right, so again, I don't like this personally. Well, that was smart. That's good for them. But I don't like this personally just because the colors are a little bit hard to read. But to show you what I mean about the hero space, this is the hero space, right? And then we are seeing this information right here. This is what I meant crafting with intention. If you can do something of this nature, I would put an opacity, like a color on the background here like I did, and bring that opacity up a little bit, simply, or down, I guess, simply because it's a little bit difficult to read this, but this is what I meant when I said, is there something we can do to that hero space? The answer is 100% yes, and here is an example of what I meant, all right? Then I'm also liking that within the above the fold space. So I haven't like scrolled yet, right? Ooh, it just got better. That's cool. So they actually have 3 different SEO hero images. So I really, really like that. That's really cool. I didn't even know they were going to do that. So that's really cool. But anyways, so what I want to say here is I have not, flowed yet. I have not scrolled, and I'm seeing feature handmade wreaths from Wreaths of Bloom. I wonder if there is a way to adjust this right here. It might not be a functionality of EverBee Store. I didn't personally build a featured items section myself, but if there is the functionality to edit this, I really, really love what they were doing here by saying featured handmade wreaths from Wreaths of Bloom. So when I type in handmade wreaths, they say it once here. They say it, let's see, wreaths, wreath. Let's see if there's another one. Wreaths. Like they're saying wreaths and handmade wreaths multiple freaking times before I even scroll. And that is absolutely why they were showing up on Google as the second thing. So I want you to be able to show up on here, right? But we can't yet because we might not be showing exactly what Google needs yet. Okay. Also going back to let's click on this one real quick. Going back to the concept of the titles again, lemon and blueberry summer wreath. Okay, let's go back to the other one. Blue hydrangea wreath with bird's nest. So that is what I meant by maybe being able to adjust those titles to be not Etsy-fied, but more so like website-fied, if that makes sense. And then my next thing is like, could we do something in between here? Again, just something that's going to qualify them, that's going to make them feel welcome for being there, and is not going to put us and our products as the hero. What can we do on this page to make our people the hero? All right. However, what I will say is your freaking photos are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love all of these. I would adjust the titles, but every single thumbnail is perfect. Absolutely love these. This one is gorgeous. I would buy this. Very, very nice products. All right. Cherished custom testimonials. Very cool. What I really love about this website, comparatively to the other one that we looked at, is all of her stuff that is being sold. Stop moving. All of the stuff that is being sold and all of the customer reviews that we're seeing, they are all directly related to the thing that she told me she was going to sell. Okay, so that hero image promise that I got is also being met by everything in the website. All right. What else is need to request a custom order? I actually really like this. That's interesting. I'm wondering where this is going. Is it just going to your email address? Because if so, that is a very, very, very smart idea. And I love this. And I also love that it says custom wreath order. There's no question in my mind of what you guys need me to do. And I'm going to get something out of it. So it's instant gratification for me as well. So I love this. About us. Oh, nice. I love this. Beautiful. All right. So this is a really, really good example of, my About Us page that I showed a second ago was a little bit crazy, but that's just because it's who I am and who I am trying to hit with my website. This is hitting exactly who they need to hit with their website and their information. And it is probably more than likely from EverBee Brain, or it was from their Etsy shop, and then they just elevated it. So the last one that we looked at a second ago, the About Us section was just a little bit sad and didn't really give me anything about you as a person, and it didn't really please the senses as it relates to like visual senses. So this is a really good example of how we could just elevate that just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be as crazy as mine was to be elevated. This is a really, really good example of what we can do with the About section. Great, great work, guys. Oh my God, this is so funny. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is so funny. John, whoever you are, you're cracking me up. So what I love here is they're utilizing a little bit of humor, a little bit of personability in the About section as well. So Robin is the founder and chief artisan, and then John is the co-founder and everything but the crafting guy. I love that. And I don't even know these people, and I feel like connected to them a little bit because first of all, I see their faces. They're real people. They aren't just wreaths that they got from I don't know, AliExpress, whatever that thing, AliExpress, whatever that thing is called. They didn't get it from there. They're real people that are making real things. So I am already feeling like, first of all, they're crafting with intention. Like name is 100% coming through because I can see that they are crafters, or at least one of them is. John does not claim to be a crafter, but I'm also seeing like their entire website was built with intention as well. Very, very good. I also love the why choose us. So different things that make sense for, again, their people and what they are doing in order to get those people to be happy. We also got some FAQs, and they're building out. Oh, that's interesting. I would fix this. I don't know what's going on with this font, but I would definitely adjust the font here. This one looks great, but anything that has like the white is just coming off like really weird and I cannot read it. So I would definitely adjust any of these things that have like the white like background color here just because I can't read it. So fix those FAQs, but everything else looks great. Shop policies look really good too. Cool. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, clearance items. That's interesting. You can get a discount of up to 60% off. Cool. I love this hero image they're using. It's very, like, I know exactly what I'm going to be getting. The only problem is there's no products found. So Robin and John, I would just make sure that either this is hidden from the menu if you don't have clearance items, or you add clearance items to here, because I got really excited and then I got let down a little bit because there was no products for me to view. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We go back up to the top. Sorry, I was looking at this person's thing earlier because I couldn't get the website to load for some reason, and then I did, so we're good. All right, so this one is called the Scrub Side. So first of all, we got the logo up here. So perfect example of how the logo can be located or where it can be located on the website rather than, again, that photo of the person. I would probably elevate this a little bit the same way that you're saying elevate your scrub game. I would definitely want to elevate the hero because, again, this is the above the fold section. This is telling me like whether I should be here or not. So humor and quality scrubs designed for hardworking medical pros because laughter is the best medicine. I love that. I think that's very, very smart. Elevate your scrub game. I think that's very smart. Shop now more than likely goes directly to their collections page or their products page. But I would say this could be used differently. So we could do something up here that either shows a couple of your designs that you've done, a couple of the things that they can expect to receive from you throughout this website, something of the sort. But I do really, really like the copy. So great work there. All right, then it's going to get into our products, and it's 8 long, which is cool. Okay, let's see. So the only thing that I'm noticing, excuse me, let me take a little sip of water. So I do like how we are doing our collections. So our collections are tumblers and mugs, nurse RN. Let me make sure you guys are seeing what I see. Yes, perfect. Sterile techs and surgical techs. So I like that because that's going to help with SEO, first of all. It's also going to help with like the user experience so they know exactly where to go. The only thing I'm not loving is this price looks a little bit high for just a t-shirt. Unless the t-shirt is personalized, which it doesn't seem like it is. I mean, it kind of is in a way because like Established 2025 is a little bit personalized. This one definitely is. So I do like that. But just as a quick note, just something to think about. I want to make sure that, there's no spelling errors. And this one's obviously got a spelling error here. And that kind of makes it hard for me to trust that it's going to look right on my, because it's parosinillist. So just keep that in mind. Like when you are uploading these things, guys, like I love the lifestyle mockups that you've chosen. But we just want to make sure that, they look good and it makes me, build trust with you. Same thing here. I'm not going to go over it again, but same thing here from Etsy, registered nurse shirt, comfort. Okay. You know what? I will say, since this is comfort colors and it's personalized, this price feels good. You don't have to change the price. I feel very confident in that. I just didn't know what you were selling. So that makes sense. With that said, let me go back over here real fast. Kind of a little bit like comfort color, comfort C. I was just wondering if you're able to see comfort colors. And you kind of can, kind of can't, whatever, but that's what I was wondering. So yeah, I would say the prices look good now that I know exactly what you're selling, and they are a little bit, personalized. But again, title, I would make that adjustment to not just be Etsy-fied, but be what's good for the website itself. Go all the way up to 4x. Great. Nice. This is a really, really, really good example. That's funny. Perfect. I love it. Really, really good example of a description. Probably use ChatGPT or EverBee Brain for this because I'm seeing a lot of the emojis they use. That's totally fine. That's what I would do too. Disclaimer. Oh, very, very smart. I love it. Oh, and here's a really good example. These are not defects. They're handcrafted character from a caffeine-fueled sarcasm-driven flow. So that's like almost exactly what I put in mine, but obviously for their audience. Very cool. And then we're adding a little bit of plug of how to find you. Awesome. I love it. Great, great work. All right, let's go back to the homepage. Scroll down a little bit. So we passed our products. All right, then we've got, so the only thing that I would say here is it looks like we only have 3 reviews. So I would probably add more reviews. But I also this is not what I see. There's something like off here. So like energizing humor hoodie is like a Mary thing. Hilarious surgical hoodie, Mary. Fun and functional scrubs, Mary. So I would just say we need to definitely adjust that photo there if you can in your EverBee store back end because it just doesn't align with what you're saying that it is. This looks great. So I would also, again, let's elevate this just a little bit. Maybe we can even put a picture of Daniel or something in there. That would be helpful. Why choose us? We got a contact right here. Very nice. Fast turnaround time. Beautiful. All right. So all of these FAQs look great. The only thing I would add right here is you're doing a bunch of personalized stuff. So how does someone personalize it? That would be a frequently asked question that would potentially be helpful. Otherwise, looks great. So great job. There were just maybe like 3 or 4 things that I would adjust, but you're doing a fantastic job at building this out. So great work. All right, let's go to our last one for the day, refined and noble. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Okay, guys, so this is exactly what I meant by, is there a way that we can elevate the hero space? So this is a perfect example. We've got our logo up here, but it's not the hero. Our people are the hero, and the products that are going to serve them are the hero, right? So I like that we're doing this a little bit. I think we can remove the opacity because it's making it a little bit harder to see. And I also would wonder, can we make this a little bit bigger? Like, can we bring it out, the layout a little bit more? This looks awesome as is, but I just wonder if there's a way to adjust that. And then I also would say maybe we remove refined and noble and put something here that's like, again, calling out that person that you want to sell to. So something of that nature, but I really, really do like the hero and the above the fold space. All of this right here feels really good. All right, let's see. Our products. These are so freaking cute. Dude, I would literally buy both of these right now. I'm going to buy one. Very cute. I love it. I love it. I also love the mock-ups that you're using are so stinking good. The only thing that I would say, this is just a design thing. This is not that big of a deal. I don't think a lot of people are going to notice it, but I am going to call it out real fast just so everyone can see this. This item is obviously, it's a Comfort Colors vintage wash style. And this looks like it might not be a transparent background. Why I'm saying that is, are you guys looking at what I'm saying? Yeah. So why I'm saying that is you can kind of see that there is a background that's like a square right here. And I noticed that on almost all of the pepper images. So if you come here, for example, same thing. You'll see there's like, hopefully you guys can see it. There's like a little square that happens behind the item itself or the design itself on the pepper. So just keeping that in mind, it's not that big of a deal, but it was one of the first things I noticed personally. And I want to make sure that they don't feel that that's what they're going to get. But I love these. These are absolutely fantastic designs. I don't know if you made them or if you got them from a designer, but they look great. Again, I think what we're going to run into every single time when you're coming over from Etsy is we just need to elevate these titles significantly. Let's go ahead and look at the photos real fast. God, this is so freaking cute. I seriously want this. It's so cute. I love this brown one. Gorgeous. I also love how you have like espresso comfort colors at the top, letting them know what they're getting. Pepper, and it's small. It's nothing detracting or distracting from the design. It's very small. It's subtle, but it's helpful. Very freaking cute. Dude, I want all of these. I'm not going to lie. Love them. Love everything you've got going on here. I love how you're taking advantage also. Ooh, blue spruce is actually cute. I didn't know if I would like that, but that's good. I also love how you're taking advantage of the more than 10 photos that EverBee store gives you. You're putting a lot in here, but in a way that makes sense. So I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm able to see every single thing you offer. And I'm also able to see which one I should buy and what colors I have access to. The only thing that I would say, and this is completely up to you, you do not have to do this whatsoever, but the only thing I would say is I would actually move these two to be, because we have a lot to go through, right? So like a lot of people are not going to go through all of those. So I would probably put them right here, or maybe after the first 2 to 3 lifestyle images. And that's strictly because it's going to help me actually make a purchase faster. So if we have to go through, 17 different images of lifestyle mockups just to get to what size I should choose for my body type, they might actually just fall off the website completely because they didn't get these questions answered fast enough. The other thing I would say, again, this is completely up to you, not a requirement whatsoever, but just wanted to make it as, easy as possible. You are doing a fantastic job at showing them exactly what each of these individual colors are going to look like. But sometimes when there's too much to choose from, it actually causes analysis paralysis for the end buyer. So when I'm like, okay, espresso, what was espresso again? All right, let's go back over here. Let's go find espresso. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. What was yam again? And they have to like go through too much work. So as the sellers ourselves and as the business owners and the brand owners ourselves, we actually have to kind of direct them to where we want them to go. All right. So let me just show you really quickly on mine what I have. Let's go here. I'm just going to choose a random thing. Let's just use this one again as an example, because we were here earlier and we are here again. All right, so you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I've only have 5 options of colors to choose from, and I do still show them all the colors within here. All right, let's do another one. Let's just keep doing apparel because it's gonna be easier to show you the colors. All right, so this one is literally black. That's all you get. Black and white. All right, that's all you get from that one. Let's see. This one is probably the same as the first one. We've got a little bit more here. I think we've got 2 additional ones, and it's just because it looked okay on those, but we still only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are, in my opinion, even for my own website, this is a little bit too much. I think I would probably want to decrease this down to like 5 or 6. But with yours, even though you're doing a fantastic job, let me share it again. Even though you're doing a fantastic job of showing me exactly what each of them are going to look like, I feel a little overwhelmed. And if I don't know these colors, which I do, obviously, but if I don't know these colors, and if I am just a brand new person that does not know what comfort colors comes with, like the colors that it comes with, this might make me overwhelmed and actually fall off of your site instead of purchase. So just keep that in mind. Again, not a requirement, but just something to think about. Again, I want to do this. I want to elevate this because you have such a beautiful website. You have such beautiful designs. You have such beautiful lifestyle mockups. I need this description to sell the crap out of this. Right now, it's currently not. So I want to make sure that we are elevating this. You can use EverBee Brain to elevate this a little bit. We want to talk to the person who would like this. Who would like this? We know cat lovers would like this. We know potentially People who like Pusheen would like this. We know people who like Squishmallows would like this. We know people who like fall, who like horror, who like cozy fall. If we the people like books, like all of those different things are here, and I don't see that here. I see like great for Halloween enthusiasts, but like that's it, right? So just keep that in mind. Also, people that like coffee as well. All right, let's go back to the About Us section now. All right, so same thing here, Refined and Noble. You have such a beautiful website and beautiful designs. I've said this probably 10 times now, but your About section is not encouraging me to purchase from you. So this is exactly what we saw on the very first website. So I just highly recommend that we can elevate this a little bit, and it could be a perfect happy medium between the two examples that I showed you, Scrub Side and Crafted with Intention, and my website. It does not have to be either or. It does not have to be two of the extremes. It could be a love child between the two, where you're not putting too much on yourself and you're not trying to build this ridiculously, eccentric about page like I have, but it needs to be a little bit elevated from this. Hope that makes sense. All right, guys, that is all the time I have for today. I was trying to get you guys out of here within an hour. I hope my team has been able to answer all of your live questions in the live chat as you've had them. And if you do have any questions afterwards, if you want to come back, if you were one of the 4 websites that I audited today and you have any questions about anything that I said and you come back to watch the replay on this, the good news on a replay is you can pause, you can start, you can stop, you can restart, you can do whatever you want. You can go to certain sections that's only related to that one website, whatever you want to do. If you do that and you have questions about the replay or while you're watching the replay, you guys know what to do. Jump in the comments of this video below. I'm going to go ahead and also add my website to the description of this video itself as well, so that you can go through each individual section. Don't copy it, please. It's my business, but you can use my stuff as a template for inspiration. The exact same thing that I mentioned that you all should do anyways. So if you take nothing from today's training, I do hope that you take that you can steal like an artist in a very appropriate and respectable way. All you have to do is just gain inspiration from people around you rather than copying and pasting exactly what their template looks like. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pop my website in the description of this video so that you guys feel that you have a really good navigation through each of these individual pages and kind of maybe how they could be built as well. All 4 of you did a fantastic job. I am so, so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for taking a chance on yourself and having a home base rather than just relying on a marketplace all the time. You guys are absolutely just ahead of 90% of your peers. So just keep that in mind. Even though there are a couple things that I believe we can adjust, even taking the first step into building this, or even taking the first step into making the decision that you're ready to have a home base is freaking huge. So pat yourselves on the back. Everybody give a round of applause in the live chat and the comments for the 4 shops that we audited today. If you guys have an EverBee store and you'd like me to audit your shop next, feel free to put me, sorry, I just hit puberty today, I guess. One moment. Lordy, if you want to go ahead and drop me in the comments below, I will keep you in mind for the upcoming live streams. We're going to do EverBee and Etsy audits. Okay. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go 3 minutes early. I say 3 minutes is 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see